A country smaller than Maryland, rainy, cold, half of it below sea level. But somehow, they're the world's second largest food exporter, beating countries 100 times their size, $140 billion exported annually. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the same principles they use, with minimal investment. Stick around till the end. Hey, I'm Rick Fields, and if you're serious about sustainable agriculture, small-scale farming, or just growing better food in your own backyard, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. The Netherlands shouldn't be an agricultural powerhouse. Terrible climate for farming, limited land available. So how did they pull this off? The answer lies in 8 revolutionary innovations. And the final irony will blow your mind. Let's start with the story that started it all. To understand why the Netherlands became obsessed with agriculture, you need to know about one of the most brutal tragedies of World War II. Winter of 1944, the Netherlands occupied by Nazi Germany. The Nazis cut off all food supplies as punishment for a railway strike. 5 brutal months. 20,000 people starved to death in the streets. Children ate tulip bulbs to survive. Families burned furniture to stay warm. An entire nation traumatized. This event became known as the Hunger Winter. When the war ended, a man named Sico Mansholt, who survived the famine, became Minister of Agriculture. He made a promise: this will never happen again. Food security became a national obsession. Mansholt industrialized agriculture, merged small farms into efficient operations, and poured money into research at Wageningen University. This university became the Netherlands' secret weapon, developed technologies now used in over 150 countries, spawned dozens of agricultural startups. One harvests electricity from living plants, another builds autonomous harvesting robots. The result? From 20,000 starvation deaths to $140 billion in exports in just 80 years. From victim to global dominator. But how did they do this technically? Let's start with the insane numbers. The Netherlands has 16 million people, smaller than Maryland, but exports more food than countries with 100 times more land. Exports more food than countries with 100 times more land. Meet Margaret Loya, third-generation tomato grower. Her grandfather grew tomatoes the traditional way in the cold, rainy Dutch climate, impossible for warm weather crops. But Margaret's greenhouses? Perfect summer conditions year-round. Plants grow a foot per week. The Netherlands exports 900,000 tons of tomatoes annually. The secret? LED lights that mimic perfect sunlight. LED lights that mimic perfect sunlight. Water recycling systems that use 90% less water. Just 4 liters to grow a kilo of tomatoes versus the global average of 200 liters. 50 times more efficient. Think about this. Dutch tomatoes grow in a cold, rainy country, but use 50 times less water than farms in perfect climates. How is this even possible? The answer lies in the technology I'm about to show you. Let's take a look. First revolutionary innovation, the closed-loop water system. Traditional U.S. farms irrigate the soil. Water evaporates, drains into the groundwater, wasted, one and done. But in Dutch greenhouses, water drips directly onto the roots. Excess doesn't drain into the soil. It flows back through channels to collection tanks. Water drips directly onto the roots. Excess doesn't drain into the soil. It flows back through channels to collection tanks. It flows back through channels to collection tanks, gets filtered, cleaned, and reused again and again, infinitely. Over the last 20 years, Dutch greenhouses reduced water usage by 90%. Meanwhile, traditional outdoor farms waste hundreds of liters. Traditional outdoor farms in California, Mexico, and Spain waste hundreds of liters per kilo. The Dutch reuse the same 4 liters continuously. In a world facing water scarcity, this isn't just efficiency, it's survival. And you can apply this recirculation principle on a small scale. I'll show you how in upcoming blocks. Stick around. Second innovation, scientific lighting. Leo Marcellus, scientist at Wageningen University, made a discovery worth billions. Before LEDs, greenhouses used sodium lamps, hot, energy-hungry. Leo didn't just swap out the bulbs, he created customized light recipes. Strawberries need different light than cucumbers, asparagus different than lettuce. His team tested combinations of red, blue, and white LEDs. They discovered that red LEDs are most efficient at converting electricity into usable light. But plants don't like just red. You need precise ratios. For lettuce, increasing light in the final week boosts vitamin C and extends shelf life. For tomatoes, specific far red wavelengths increase photosynthesis. Each recipe optimized for growth, flavor, and energy efficiency. Result: Dutch greenhouses cut energy consumption by 50%. Millions of dollars saved per year. Faster growth, better flavor, lower carbon footprint, all because of smarter light bulbs. Innovation that literally pays for itself. Next, we'll look at the final piece of the puzzle. Stay tuned. But water and light are just the beginning. Now comes the really futuristic part: artificial intelligence that tastes food. Third innovation: AI cameras that do quality control. At Margaret Loya's farm, workers used to check every tomato manually. Now, computer vision cameras photograph each tomato twice, top and bottom, scanning for damage, splits, color, and ripeness. System trained on thousands of perfect tomatoes, compares each one to the database, sorts by size, color, and ripeness. Only harvests tomatoes at color, level 9 or 10. Perfect flavor guaranteed. Workers still do final packaging, but robots handle 80% of quality control. Result: faster processing, less waste, premium quality every time. Automation isn't just about speed, it's about consistency. And there's a farm that takes this automation even further. We're talking 85 million fruits per year with almost zero human workers. How do they do it? You won't believe it. VD Holland, pepper farm. 85 million peppers grown annually, 95% exported worldwide. Arnold DeLand runs this operation. Peppers grown hydroponically, no soil. Computers monitor temperature, water, and lighting 24/7. Yellow sticky cards track pests like whiteflies. Soon, cameras will read those cards automatically. Automated carts guided by wires in the floor transport harvested peppers. AI cameras photograph every pepper, sort by size, weight, shape, and color. The imperfect ones, sold to salad producers. Zero waste. Autonomous forklifts, automatic palletizing. Packaging machines drop 400 pounds of perfect peppers per crate without human touch. Yields 12 times higher than the global average for pepper farms, all with minimal labor in a country facing massive worker shortages. But now comes the irony that'll blow your mind. You won't believe where all this technology is leading. So you've got $2 million in technology: AI, robots, LEDs, automated water systems. But there's one component that no technology in the world has been able to replace, and it costs literally $0. Margaret Loya says the most important tool is small wooden boxes. Bee hotels, 800 bees per box. Without them, no tomatoes. Humans tried manual pollination, too slow, too expensive. Robots tried, failed completely. The bees work for free, perfectly efficient, zero error rate. When they're not pollinating, they rest in their climate-controlled hotels. A technology that's existed for millions of years. Nature's original automation. It's the engine of the entire system. The complete irony: a high-tech farm using robots and AI still depends on a technology that hasn't changed since the dinosaur age. And here's the best part. You won't believe how this natural tech interacts with the high-tech sensors. This bee technology, you can have exactly the same thing these $2 million farms use, at a fraction of the cost. Commercial farms buy bumblebee colonies for $200 to $500 each, and they have to rebuy them every single year. That's thousands of dollars annually. But there's a smarter, more affordable way. Native American bees like mason bees and leafcutter bees are already living in your area right now. They're solitary bees that naturally look for small tunnels to nest in. All you need to do is provide those tunnels. Set up the right bee hotel with the right tubes, and these native bees will find it and move in on their own. No buying bees, no maintenance. They're docile, rarely sting, and pollinate better than commercial bees. In the next video, I'll show you the exact setup you need. A small one-time investment that these bees will use season after season. It pays for itself in your first harvest. So let's recap. A country smaller than Maryland dominating global agriculture. Started with 20,000 starvation deaths that created a national obsession. Water systems 50 times more efficient. LED lights that cut energy in half. Robots and AI doing quality control. Farms producing 85 million peppers. $2 million technology that still needs free bees. And a collaboration mindset that changed the world. Now you're probably thinking, This is incredible, but I don't have $2 million. And that's exactly why in the next videos I'm going to show you how to apply every one of these principles with extremely low investment. Same science, same results. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or just doing this in your backyard, I'll teach you how to build bee hotels that increase your harvest by 50%. Closed-loop water systems, optimized lighting, simple automation, all at a cost that'll absolutely surprise you. You won't believe how accessible this is. If you want to learn how to replicate these million-dollar innovations in your backyard at an incredibly low cost, subscribe now and hit that bell. Next video, bee hotels at minimal cost that increase harvest by 50%. Drop a like. And tell me in the comments, which of these innovations impressed you the most? And hey, if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you sticking around till the end. Thank you. Remember, gear up, get informed, get results. See you in the next one.